If you love games like Stardew Valley and Graveyard Keeper, you are definitely going to want to play Dave the Diver. So recently, Dave the Diver released on Xbox finally after a few years on the Switch and on the PC. I believe it was also on PlayStation as well. But recently, it's come out on the Xbox, which is incredible. I've been loving every minute playing this game. It has definitely joined my roster of those kind of cozy games. So if you have been on the fence about getting this game, it's super cheap. It's already been on sale. I think I picked it up for $16 on the Xbox. Absolutely insane for what you get. Now, this game is huge, so give you guys a quick run through of all the little things. So the main mechanics of the game are you run a sushi restaurant. You obviously have to hunt for those fish as well to be able to use at your restaurant. You unlock research points. You unlock different characters to work at your restaurant. You unlock a secondary one eventually, and you can upgrade research things. And you get this cool, really animated pixel art kind of gameplay, which is insanely nice. It is probably one of the nicest looking games that I've ever seen. The art of it's so cool. Insanely nice pixel art. And the management stuff is really fun too, like running a restaurant, upgrading people, making sure you have the right people in the right spots. There's even a few DLCs which are really cool. So there's a Dredge DLC, which is free, Godzilla DLC, which is free, and then a paid Yakuza expansion, which has its own questline and gameplay mechanics and stuff, which is really cool. So let's head on now to the farm. So this is for those Stardew Valley folks that absolutely love, the farming mechanics. There is a little bit of farming in this. It is definitely not as in-depth as Stardew Valley or something like that. But obviously in a diving game, that's not really the point. But this will help you round out your supplies and recipes and things like that. And then obviously, sticking with the theme of diving, you are going to have a fish farm as well, which is really cool. It is a nice way to be able to get some of those rarer ones, because if you do happen to find a rare fish, say a shark or something like that, there's a chance that it will have eggs, and if it does, then you can have more sharks spawning in here, and if there's two of each type in here, then they can breed with each other. So it's a nice way to kind of get that, so you're not having to go diving all the time. So let's get into the actual dive gameplay itself. So it's really fun. It is a roguelike kind of thing. It is a different area that I believe there's 4 different areas. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4, but they kind of, have different things at different times. Sometimes there'll be tuna, sometimes there'll be different sharks, sometimes there'll be more rays. The weapons are different every time, and the layout is slightly different as well. It looks like there's about 4 maps, but then, not to ruin anything for you guys, so I won't actually show it, there is, the deeper you get, the further the areas kind of change and grow. Now, the story for this game is actually quite good as well. I won't touch on that because I don't want to ruin it for anyone. I actually was surprised. I didn't even think this game would really have a story, but it does. It's quite fun, and then once you beat the game, you can just continue to grind. So the game kind of will progress with you as you kind of get through that story. So as you'll see here, there is like little weapon pickups you can get to upgrade your weapons. You can also permanently upgrade your weapons to do more damage, or to have extra things like this harpoon does have shock like that, and these kind of make it easier for you to catch fish if you have better aim than I do. That part you'll have to get used to. It's been a little bit since I've played now. And then there is obviously aggressive fish and things like that, which is really cool. The bigger ones like sharks and stuff are way more aggressive, like tiger sharks and stuff, and there's little events in the game throughout it as well that you can find. And this is kind of why you're going to want to upgrade your weapons here. So I'm on the final sniper rifle now, called the Death Sniper Rifle. It doesn't ping here, but it does have a 30% chance to instant kill anything, which is really cool, except for boss fights. So it doesn't count in boss fights, because obviously that'd be too easy. And then you kind of unlock different mechanics later in the game. So normally you would have to just hack at the fish and take the meat, but you can also unlock things later where it'll pick it up and it gives you better chance of getting better quality materials and things like that, which is really cool. There we go. There's also mechanics obviously in the ocean as well. There's things like squid which can spray ink on you. Like, you're going to be absolutely blown away by how in depth this game actually is. I had no idea, and for the money I spent, I think I got 60 hours worth of gameplay. You could play for as long as you want, really. It's just dependent on your kind of style and things like that, but I absolutely love that kind of stuff. So as we kind of move further up, let's move into the actual restaurant itself. So this is what it looks like at nighttime. Nighttime is when you open up the restaurant, so you have to pick your menu. You want to balance between obviously having the materials and the price. So this is how you make your money to upgrade your character, things like that. And you can kind of see here that you can upgrade if you have a certain amount of parts and things like that, or you can just serve it. So when you get to late game, obviously there's a few money sinks in the farm and things like that, which is really, really worthwhile sticking with. And you can upgrade kind of materials here. So you do get these little animations and stuff. You can skip them after you've seen them the first time, but they're really, really nice. So I recommend watching the first time. But then you want to kind of learn how many people you're having come to your restaurant. So I know at this point I'm probably having 40 to 50, but if you do go over the top, you will lose those mats. So once the restaurant's open, it's really, really fun. It's kind of like a it's not quite like Cooking Mama, but it's like a little management-y type thing, and obviously you can upgrade your people to be able to be quicker, things like that. So as you are the manager, you are quite slow compared to everyone, so the point is to level up everyone and get them to be running this restaurant flawlessly. It's really, really cool. As you can see, people get drinks, they get served cocktails, you need to clean up the areas so new customers can sit, you need to bring them their sushi, you also need to make sure there's wasabi, so there's lots and lots of different things to manage. You do get an additional cocktail upgrade from the Yakuza DLC, which I personally think is worth it. It was very cheap. I think I got it for like $8. That was really, really fun, and obviously if you've ever played Yakuza Like a Dragon or anything like that, you're going to know Ichiban, so it's really, really cool. I love the crossovers. The Dredge crossover is really, really good. I'm not going to show any footage of that because the crossover is actually very, very good. You guys can kind of figure that out for yourself, and don't forget that it is free as well. So this game's incredible. I think this is personally, to me, my second behind Stardew Valley for this type of game. It is absolutely incredible. I have never played anything like it. I cannot believe how much I played in a couple of week period. I definitely recommend the game. So if you do like these kind of games, guys, let me know. Let me know if you've played Dave the Diver and what you think about it. As well, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed my content, and subscribe if you want to see more. Very, very small channel, just starting out. I just want to make cool things on cool games that I like. So that'll kind of be what this channel is about. Talking about cool games I've played, kind of trying to build a community, and, you know, talking about any topics that come up or anything like that. So if you want to check out more, you can look at my Fable reveal video. I am a Fable stan till the day I die. I absolutely love it. If you like it as well, check that out, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.